If a sound from space suddenly reached Earth and no one knew where it came from, would you be excited or terrified? In 1977, something strange happened. A powerful signal came from deep space. It lasted only 72 seconds, and then it disappeared forever. Scientists were shocked. They had never seen anything like it before. And even today, no one knows exactly what it was. This signal is now known as the WOW signal. The name sounds funny, but the story behind it is not. It may be one of the biggest mysteries in human history. To understand why this signal is so important, we need to go back in time. In the 1970s, scientists were searching for life beyond Earth. They used huge radio telescopes to listen to space. These telescopes don't see planets or stars like your eyes do. Instead, they listen for radio waves, invisible signals traveling through the universe. Why radio waves? Because if intelligent life exists somewhere out there, they might use radio signals to communicate, just like humans do. So scientists pointed their giant machines toward the sky and waited. Most of the time, space is quiet, not completely silent, but mostly just background noise. Random signals from stars, galaxies, and natural events. Nothing special. Nothing that clearly says, "We are here." But then, on August 15, 1977, everything changed. A scientist named Jerry Amon was checking data from a radio telescope. As he looked through pages of numbers and letters, something caught his attention. One line looked completely different, much stronger, much clearer. He circled it quickly and wrote one word next to it: WOW. That's how the signal got its name. But what made this signal so unusual? First, it was incredibly strong, stronger than anything they had ever detected from that direction in space. Second, it came from a very specific frequency. This frequency is special because it is linked to hydrogen, the most common element in the universe. Scientists believe that if aliens wanted to send a signal, they might choose this exact frequency, because it's like a universal meeting point. Third, the signal behaved exactly how a real signal from space should behave. It slowly increased in strength, then decreased, as if the source moved across the telescope's view. This wasn't random noise. It looked intentional. But here's the scary part. They never heard it again. Scientists tried everything. They pointed telescopes back to the same spot again and again for years, but the signal never returned. It was like it appeared once, just to say hello, and then disappeared forever. So what could it be? At first, people thought maybe it was just a mistake. Maybe the telescope malfunctioned. But after careful checks, everything was working perfectly. Then they considered natural sources. Could it be a star? A planet? A comet? Some scientists suggested that comets might create signals like this, but later studies showed that comets couldn't produce such a strong and clear signal at that frequency. Others thought it could be a military satellite or human-made interference, but the signal didn't match anything from Earth. It came from deep space, far beyond our planet. And that's when things started to get really interesting. Because if it wasn't a mistake and it wasn't natural, then what was left? Some people believe it could be a message from intelligent life. Imagine this for a moment. Somewhere in the universe, there could be a civilization far more advanced than us. They might have technology we can't even imagine. They might be searching the stars just like we are. And one day, they sent out a signal. Maybe it was a test. Maybe it was a greeting. Maybe it was a random transmission that just happened to reach Earth at the perfect moment. But if that's true, why only 72 seconds? That's one of the biggest mysteries. If aliens wanted to contact us, wouldn't they send a longer message? Something clearer? Something repeated? Unless they didn't know we were here. Or maybe they weren't trying to contact us at all. Maybe the signal was never meant for Earth. Think about it. Space is unbelievably huge. Signals travel in all directions. It's possible that this was just a tiny piece of communication between two distant points, and Earth happened to be in the path. Like overhearing a conversation not meant for you. But there's another possibility, and it's even more unsettling. What if the signal was a one-time event? Something that happened only once and will never happen again? Maybe it came from a civilization that no longer exists. Maybe they sent that signal thousands or even millions of years ago. By the time it reached Earth, they could already be gone, extinct, destroyed, or vanished for reasons we don't understand. So what we heard might not be a greeting. It might be an echo from a lost world. And that changes everything, because it means the universe might not just be full of life, it might also be full of silence. Civilizations that rise and then disappear, leaving only faint signals behind. The wow signal reminds us of something important. We are listening, but we don't fully understand what we're hearing. Even today, with better technology and more powerful telescopes, we still haven't found another signal exactly like it. Scientists continue to search, scanning the skies, hoping to hear something clear, something repeated, something undeniable. But so far, nothing. And that makes the wow signal even more mysterious. Because if it was real, if it truly came from intelligent life, it means we are not alone. But if we are not alone, why is the universe so quiet? This question is known as the Fermi paradox. If life is common in the universe, we should see signs of it everywhere. But we don't. Or maybe we just haven't learned how to listen properly yet. Maybe the signals are there, all around us, hidden in noise, waiting to be understood. Or maybe that one signal in 1977 was a rare accident, a perfect moment that will never happen again. Either way, it leaves us with a question that no one can answer. If another signal like that appears tomorrow, would we recognize it? And more importantly, would we know how to respond?